If your house was built in the 80s, you might have some of these hanging around in it. And I'm gonna show you a quick hack on how to get rid of these fluorescent lenses and get rid of the fluorescent lights and update your house on the cheap. Stay tuned. So the first thing you're gonna do is get yourself a set of these Amico brand 6-inch, if that's the size you wanna go with, flush mount recessed lights. And these actually have a night light mode and a regular cool white that has 5 different variations of color. Let's open it up and take a look. I've already used a couple of these, so I have opened it already. Here are your junction boxes. On the side of these boxes, you're gonna see a little switch, and you can adjust it from 2700K up to 5000K, and that's gonna be warmer to cooler. Here are your lights. They really are nice, light, very well built. Let's open it up. And these little spring-loaded wings will keep it up inside of the ceiling. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do to mount them. And then here's your junction box, so these will plug together. I've also picked up a 6-pack of these LED RGB Alexa and Google Home enabled lights, and you can also control them with an app on your phone. These are 4-inch lights, and I have a soffit over my refrigerator in my kitchen, which I'm gonna be using some smaller lights for right here. Same exact concept, you get the lights separate, and then also you have a little junction box, and I'll show you guys what these look like at the end, because I wanted some color changing aspect to the kitchen for holiday stuff, maybe Halloween parties. You get the point. Junction boxes all come with 3 little connectors for your white, black, and ground. We're gonna go ahead and knock out one of these knockout holes. Actually, that one's already coming out right there. And we're gonna feed a wire in there, and I'm gonna show you how I'm hooking mine up. So if you have your setup anything like I have mine, you're gonna wanna grab a pack of these. They are basically light socket pigtails. They look just like this. They have a mid connector for easy disconnect. And then also you can run it right into that junction box. Use these connectors to hook up your cables. Also, you're gonna wanna hook up the ground as well. And then we're gonna button up that junction box. And I simply just have to screw this into the existing fixture up above where my fluorescent lights were, because at one point I got rid of fluorescence and I put in just individual LED cool white light bulbs, and I have them in sockets. So this is gonna be an easy plug and play type situation for me. Other than that, you can use your existing Romex cable and just go ahead and use these connectors, plug it in your junction box. Next thing you wanna do, go get yourself a pack of ceiling tiles. So basically, we're gonna take our fluorescent lenses, just like so. You're gonna put it up against this, you're gonna trace it, and you're gonna cut it off with this guy. Simple little razor knife is gonna do the trick. Score it, cut it, make your pieces exactly the same size as the lenses, and then you're gonna cut your holes, just like so. As you can see, I have pre-cut pieces here, and I've also taken the liberty to measure out and center 2 holes in each tile. And you're gonna wanna use this bad boy to cut these holes, because it's gonna make your life a lot easier. This guy right here, it's a 6 3/8 inch hole cutter. It's basically a hole saw for drywall, stuff like this. Gets the job done real quick. You'll get a nice clean cut, just like what you see right here. So basically all we have to do is just go ahead, plug these lights up into the socket, mount the ceiling tiles in place of the shades for the fluorescent lights, and then we'll go ahead and connect the lights last, because we do have a connector for the lights, and that's it. Let's take a look at how these bad boys work. Here we go. Swapped the fluorescent lens out with my new ceiling tile with the holes pre-cut. You can see the connectors for the actual lights themselves are hanging, and then you can see up there where I have a socket. That is where the pigtail socket has plugged in, and the junction box is sitting right up there on the tile. Let's go ahead and plug the lights in and take a look. So we have the lights on and plugged in. I got one in right here. Here's how these little wings work. You're gonna pull them back and let them clip up inside. I can't do it with one hand very well, but they sit nice and flush, as you can see. But pull these wings back, get them up into that hole, and then it'll just suck right up in there and sit nice and flush and tight. All right, here we go, final product. I could not be happier. These things are awesome. Cheap, easy hack. And look at this. So normally you wouldn't have 4 recessed lights right next to each other, but in these bathrooms, the fluorescent lighting that was previously there was really bright and gives you a lot of light for, you know, doing things in the mirror, whatever you got to do. So I did test it with 1 on each side. It wasn't enough, so 4 makes the cut. Let's check out the night light. So all we do is we flip the switch off and back on. And then here we go. Then you got the night light. So if you're up in the middle of the night, whatever, you want to go back to regular bright, off, and then turn it back on. All right, guys, here we go. Final product here in the kitchen. I believe they're pronounced IGEA, RGB, smart Wi-Fi color changing recessed lights. And I installed them the same way that I installed my 6-inch recessed lights in all of my bathroom soffits. It turned out really nice, really clean. I do have the app open on another phone right here, so you can get an idea of what the app interface looks like. So this is actually on cool white, so let's go ahead and dial it back. You can see all the lights go to a warm white mode. Gonna crank them back up to cool. Let's go to color here. So I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Just tap around in the color wheel, change all the lights together at once. There are scenes that you can set and all sorts of good stuff. I will say, make sure you have a good Wi-Fi connection. I realized I had to have Bluetooth on and recognizable to these lights, which made the process go much quicker. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn these off, and they should turn back on in the same color mode that you left them. And then we'll just turn them back on. So there you go. Beautiful lights. I'm actually really happy with the final product. The app does work really well once you have everything synced and up and running. Definitely would recommend. Actually, there's one last feature I gotta show you guys too, because of the fact that these are integratable with Alexa and Google Home. So Alexa, turn the kitchen lights red. Alexa, turn the kitchen lights blue. Alexa, turn the kitchen lights warm white. Alexa, dim the kitchen lights to 25%. Alexa, turn the kitchen lights cool white. Alexa, brighten the kitchen lights up to 100%. Works like a charm. Thanks for watching, guys.